Well, again, I think that we came down here and got done what we needed to get done. I thought we had a good week of preparation, but our players traveled well. It was good to go through our routine in the hotel when we travel. We came out, I thought we had a lot of emotion, a lot of focus, and did a good job executing and getting the ball in the end zone. Defensively, we'd like to stop them a little bit more and not allow some of those plays and sack the quarterback. That's one thing that you're always disappointed when you don't get a sack in a game, but we did a nice job of changing the field position, giving the ball the offense in good shape. Again, we got good play out of our special teams. Another touchdown on special teams, which is huge. Really feel like we got a couple special returners, and we got to just do a great job of coaching everybody else to do their job, get their blocks, give them some room, and we got a chance to go all the way. But Kobe Hamilton likes Little Rock a lot. He has like 3 games now where he's had huge games down here, and his ability to run after the catch and his ability to catch the ball in his hands really showed up. And then I thought we did a good job of getting Joe Adams really involved in the game early, and he's a special guy with the ball in his hand, which we're going to have to continue to do. But with that, I'll just open up to questions.
Bobby, approach a special day with fans.
Yeah, all right.
Is Tyler okay, or were you just holding him out, or did he get the
No, we weren't holding him out. We had 3 guys that got a little bit nicked up in the game. Jake tweaked his hamstring a little bit. Jarius Wright strained his knee a little bit. And Tyler, at halftime, we noticed when we were going through the script how we were going to start out that he didn't have the exact focus that you would like, so we had notified the trainer, and he had symptoms of a concussion. I don't know if he has a concussion or not, but he did have the symptoms, and how we go about that nowadays, so he was held out the second half. But I thought that was great for Brandon Mitchell, to get all that experience, and I was really happy with the way he played. He operated. He really ran the offense. He did what he was coached to do, and you got to see his physical ability running the football, which, I always felt like we'll never know how good Brandon is until it's live and he gets out there and gets opportunities to run the ball.
Can you talk about the way you used Joe Adams starting in the backfield today?
Yeah, we wanted to get him touches, toss him the ball, throw him the ball quick. We know how special he is running with it, and we're going to have to continue to do that, continue to use him in as many ways as we can so he gets touches. And it's unfortunate we had a holding on the one play because that would have been a nice touchdown for him. And he's very, very explosive, very hard to tackle, and I think his confidence is really high right now.
You ended up running for 259. Were you a little bit more satisfied with what you did on the ground?
A little bit, I thought it was still a little hard there at times when they were blitzing and trying to stop the run. But I was happy to see Ronnie Wingo break tackles and just about break a long one. I think we got some good play out of DeAnthony Curtis, maybe more so catching the ball, but he certainly shows that he can help us there. I'm really happy with Cody Walker, his ability to run short yardage, goal line for us. I think we're getting better there. And then certainly Brandon's yardage in the run game helped us.
Coach, a special thanks to the fans. Red and white, they represented well today.
Yeah, there's no question about that. It was really special to come here and see the hog painted red, white, and blue, and the entire atmosphere. We all know what tomorrow is, and we all remember that day and how hard that day was. So to be able to come out here and have a special gathering for all the people that are able to support our troops and the people that allow us to do what we love to do. That's the way I look at it. Is we're very, very lucky we have a military that allow us to do what we love to do.
How did the players respond to the helmet decals?
Well, I think they liked them a lot. They like the style, so they like it when they look good.
Hey, Bobby, I know last week a couple of Tyler's runs were a little questionable. You didn't want to see him dive into the end zone and all that. The way that he ran tonight, were you happy with those? Or is that still some poor judgment at times?
He's getting better, I thought. We got to get him to tuck the ball away. You got to tuck the ball away. But to play quarterback and to be able to execute and do the things you have to do, you have to be a willing runner. And you're going to have to be able to take off and go get first downs at times. You have to be smart enough to get the first down and keep yourself healthy. But, in that instance where he's running the ball at that point, You know, he's trying to score a touchdown, and that's the competitive spirit that allows your teammates to see you as a leader. And it's hard not to have somebody, you know, compete like that. That's just his competitive spirit.
You mentioned the lack of sacks. Does that kind of surprise you based off what happened with New Mexico last week?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I was complaining to the D-line coaches all night long. I can guarantee you that.
With having been a little banged up, were you at all hesitant to call that many runs for Mitchell?
No, not at all. He's a big physical guy, and that's what he does. You know, the one thing that you always look at is, you know, big, strong, physical, fast guys usually don't get hurt.
Is Child still kind of finding his way?
You know, he's been rotating in there, and as we've seen this offense go, we know that there's times when certain guys aren't getting the calls in the rotation. He did drop a couple of passes tonight, but you know, it'll come. It'll come. You remember last year at this time, or even maybe a week after this time, we're saying, where's Jarius Wright at? You know, where's he been? And now this year he's getting the ball a lot, making a lot of plays for us and a lot of touchdowns. And then all of a sudden at the Alabama game last year, had a breakout game. So you just have to be patient. You have to root for your teammates and really, you know, celebrate when they play well and when they do things well.
Now, for a couple more, see some deep or some catch and runs, some long pass plays like that, but we don't see that as many bombs and stuff. Is that more of a Ryan Mallett thing, or what they were dictating? Or?
No, you know, the other night we hit a couple deep passes. The game before, we hit a couple deep passes. They were playing deep tonight. They were backed up. Their safeties were deep. They were playing some what we call robber coverage, where the field safety was working back to the hash very, very deep. So there weren't a lot of opportunities to just drop back and throw the ball down the field. And we called some of those plays, and I thought that's where Tyler really grew up, and Brandon even did it one time where they're so deep, he just checked the ball down to the running back, and you know, Anthony Curtis had that big play early, and you know, you just have to be patient when they're dropping back deep. You got to check the ball down.
Well,
Last question.
Coach, you said you really wanted to see improvement this week. What you think?
Well, obviously I need to watch the video, but I felt like we did. You know, I felt like we had better execution. I felt like we were playing faster. And usually when you're playing faster, you know what you're doing, and you have a better understanding of the offense and the defense. So I guess we'll watch the video and find out. But just during the game, I felt like we made improvement from a week ago.
Thank you, sir.